How's it going? We're back. So now that we know this is flat, let's get it on the surface grinder all cleaned up. I'm just gonna put it on a 120 because it doesn't really need much. We got it pretty flat. So I'm just gonna get all of it down to steel, make sure it is flat completely. Then we'll go to the bevels. So check this out. Another project for us to go after I finish this. I don't know if anyone's ever seen reader grinders. On his, this is the part where like the tracking wheel goes, and you know, and you pull it down and you put your belt on. But I don't want to mess up the one on my KMG, so I bought this. But on the reader, he's got a piece that holds the tracking wheel and it floats. So you can run it in reverse. The tracking wheel would be hanging down here. You can set it either way, in and out. That way you can run it in reverse or forward and just change it. That way your tracking wheel isn't stationary. So I want to try that, but I don't want to mess up the handle on my KMG. So after I finish the Karambit, maybe we can work on this with the disc grinder. I've got a bunch of things I want to do to my KMG, but 1,000 projects with only time to do one at a time. Let me set up the surface grinder and we'll get on it. This is the piece I'm talking about. See how the tracking wheel is stationary? So this is the piece I'm going to redo. And it just attaches right here with a pin. And then I'll just have to drill a hole for this. But I don't want to mess this up. In case I do mess up, I want to be able to put this on and have my grinder. So I figured it'd be better just to try it on a different piece. Let's get this set up. So it took me a while to figure out with this weird shape. This part kind of baffled me for a minute because it's sticking up. But then I realized the bevel comes to right here. As long as you get all this, you should be fine. Just got to get it all straight. All right, here we go. 120 brand new belt. You want to start from that side and roll it in. Otherwise it'll shoot it all the way across. Alright, here we go. Well, that's one thing good about this hook. You can just push it and it comes right off. Alrighty. Looks like we got just a little bit right here. But we'll bring that down when we start going up at grits and stuff. So, just make sure we're all cleaned off. Yeah, I'm glad I started buying 120 ceramics. And since we're not hitting the bevel at all, we don't have to worry about it getting too high. I mean, it's pretty warm, but it's not going to carry all the way down into here. You can see I can bring it in a little bit more here and stuff, but I just want to get it flat first, and then we'll go from there. Alright, here we go. Now, did you notice that? It's hitting hard here, and it's hitting hard here, but it's kind of skipping the middle. So now we got to bring this down and this down to make it all flat. So we are still a little bit off, even though it was showing flat. There's still spots that are a little bit high and a little bit low. Seem to have a little high spot here, so I want to check the other side too. Again, see what we're working with. Gotta keep your fingers out from that magnet or he'll grab you. Yeehaw! There we go. Let's go to the bevels. It's about that time. Let me mark the center line and see what we're working with. So I figured I'd just show you, since I got it all dikemed up, what I do now Usually I use that scribe I made, but since this is curved and has to follow, I'll just use this. And we get it to where we stop. Carbide tip scribe, so I'm just gonna have to kind of guess at this curve. You get it like that. And we'll probably bring it up a little bit higher, but just remember, if you want a curvy belt, if you want curves like that, no J-flex. Man, I ruined so many of my nice curves because I tried using J-flex. I finally realized the J-flex just bites into it. So let me go mark this on the height gauge and get going. Here's exactly what I'm talking about and why I always like to leave it thick. You can see because of that warp off of temper and all that, I had to bring this side down more. See how my mark is here and the bevel's down here? Or on this side, the bevel is right up to the line. So by bringing this side down farther, it moved the center over this way. Now if I didn't mess up and cut in right here, I could have left this thicker and it would be center. But since I didn't, that little warp made the center line move over. So now this side I have to be careful, and this side I got plenty to take off of. Alright, just thought I'd show you why I like to always leave things thick. This is a lot thinner than I usually put it, but alright, let's get these bevels done. So, just gotta be careful with this sucker. It's about 12:30 at night, so I am going to kind of watch what I'm doing. I didn't realize I was that far off. Ah, my wheel back there, my drive wheel is loosened off. Look at that. You can see it almost came off. So, alright, let me fix that. I'll be back. Wow, I've never even thought to even mess with that drive wheel. Glad didn't just come flying off. That would have been pretty catastrophic. I was wondering why this wasn't going anywhere. This thing was hanging, you guys probably saw it was hanging off like an inch. I didn't even notice it. I was like, man, something's wrong. It's not cutting in. Alright, let's get back to this. I might have to do this in the morning because it's probably one. I just spent like 40 minutes. I took this thing off 4 or 5 times because it had, first I thought, okay, it's running too far, so I put a couple on there. Then one by one I took them off. Then there was one too many on there to start with, so I took it. Oh, good Lord. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is a brand new 60. Well, I think I'm going to stop there for now because I feel myself getting restless and kind of antsy. And look, right here I hit a spot, but that's not bad. I can bring it right up and around, but I'm just starting to get irritated with what happened here. I don't really want to push it. So here's the tip I always tell, but this time I need to listen to myself and wait till tomorrow and finish it. Tomorrow's another day. But we got it ready. Right in here I need to hone out a little bit. And then I just need to bring it up here and swoop it in. It's weird because it's almost like I got to make a circle with this thing, so that takes a whole new learning process. So, but I'd rather do it when I'm concentrating. I'm just not on my game right now, put it that way. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Well, it'll be about a second for you, but tomorrow for me. How's it going? Next day, let me show you what I'm gonna do next. Here we go. Last night, for some reason, I realized I started going like this, making it like a curve. But on this part, from here to here, is like a regular knife. So I just need to lift this off a little bit like I've been doing. You know, that's why I stopped, because I was getting tired and I was starting to mess up and stuff like that. So I'm glad I did. So let's hang this belt over a little bit so we get that swooping curve and get on with it. Here we go. I don't know if you know, the belt went back this way for some reason. It almost made me, you know, make it straight up, which would have been fine, but that's not what I'm looking for. So I'm glad I caught that and brought it back over, so we can get that swooping plunge. All right, let's get the rest of this done. Then we'll get the other side. We'll move up to, I don't know, we'll see what we'll move. Oh, this is only 60. We'll move up to 120. Now that I'm doing the middle to here, I'm going to move the belt back over so it's, you know, flat, so I can get that nice crisp edge. We're going to kind of try to work this in sections. So I'm thinking of this like a regular knife. Now I'm going to move over here and work on this, and then we'll blend it all in. Alright, it's getting there. The grind lines are a little bit off. Like, I'll have to come back up here with when I get to the 120, but we pretty much got it swooping down and around. So just have to make sure we copy this. So now you can see how we're starting to connect. Gotta come up here a little bit more and around. First we want to bring the line down to where we want to start. It's hard to see that line. I might have to go, I think I'm going to go remark it, because man, I can barely see it. And I got glasses on. These are like 125. Maybe I'll put my 2.0s on, see if I can see it any better. Alright, got my 2.0s on. I love that they make safety glasses that are magnified. I hate that I'm getting old. I used to have 20/15 vision. That's like better than perfect. Now I'm going blind, so here we go. All right, let's check this. Is this here? Yeah, that's what I thought. This has more to come up. So, all right, let me bring this up just a little bit more, then we'll do this side. Then maybe we'll get the swedge going. I have a feeling this belt is worn. Let me go get another 60. The middle's probably fine. Alright, so I have a box full of 60s. I don't feel like busting open. So I'm just going to put a brand new 60 and we'll start, brand new 80 and we'll start from here. I'm sure this brand new 80 will cut a lot better than that worn out 60. Here we go. Alright, you notice that? Now that I got it kind of where I want it and all cut up, I started dragging. I just leave my finger where I want it, you know, here, and I just drag it through. I'm trying to still leave this off the belt, but if I leave my finger here and drag it, it should bring it up to where we want it, and it should make, see how this is high and this is kind of low? We want to still bring this up just a little bit to make it all connect in the middle. And see, we're starting to fan it out. Then we'll bring it up here and fan all this in. It'll be one big fan, just like this is. You know, I keep these videos short, so I cut it down to like 1 or 2 minutes, but man, this side alone has probably been almost an hour. It's funny though, because like right here has the exact same marks as right here. That's a good thing. I still got one little divot right here I gotta finish, and then it should be even. So let me get that divot out right here and see where we're at. So I actually bought a 1x6" wheel. I'll probably be here in about a week. But you know, I was like, you know what? Let me finish it on this. Started on my 2x6. On the next one, maybe I'll do it on a 1x6. But let's conquer what we started. It's not gonna be an easy task, but let's get it done. So down here we're center, and we still got a little bit too thick right here and right here, both sides. So let's bring this down, and then we'll call it for the night. Alright, I am calling it. So basically, what I just did here, I'm going to have to do up to like 400 or whatever, get them all even. So I think that's it. Hold on, let me go back over to the bench. I got something to show you here. So, like I said, I'm going to have to just go up to 400, maybe even more. Smooth it all out. I might even have to hand sand this because it's such a drastic hollow and everything. If you look down it, it's nice and straight, right on the line. And we're nice and thin. So it should be nice and easy to sharpen. I'm going to wait till I get that 1x6 to sharpen it, because that'll be definitely good for sharpening. Nice and thin. That little mistake we made before heat treating, we got it fixed. Normalizing from now on. I'm telling you, I'm normalizing everything, because I had to take a lot of extra, because there wasn't that warp here I saw. There was also a warp back here. It was like cocked a little bit. All that's from not normalizing. Just because it's been annealed doesn't mean it doesn't need to be normalized. The grain structure still grows, so we need it nice and thin and all that. So normalizing pulls the structure and grains all back in. Check this out. So remember how I said I got that 1800 degree KO wool and it was rope? Look what they sent me out. It said I think 30, maybe 40 millimeters. But it didn't, I guess that means 40 millimeters round, but I thought it meant like, you know, 40 millimeters long and then it would be thin. Didn't say anything about diameter 40 millimeters. Which brings me to another point. In that last video I was saying 1.5 millimeters. I meant centimeters. I was counting each one of these as a millimeter, not a centimeter. So I still gotta learn the metric system, so bear with me. That is a beast. But at least I can put it in my deal. 5 meters. They wanted to sell me 10. Look at this, I can rope a cow with this. But at least with this wire mesh and all that, you know, I ordered some fire brick cement that goes up to 2,000 degrees. So I should be able to put that on as a sealant and then push this into it. This is not what I was expecting. And I forgot about the swedge, so I'll just get some footage of that and put it on when I'm doing the handles. So that'll be the intro of the next one, because I want to bring the swedge down so it all comes in. You can see I marked the lines right here. You know, off camera I'm going to get this up to like 400 or whatever, but then we'll start on the handles next. Then I can actually break out the disc grinder. Even though I don't have the table set up, I'm going to use the disc grinder to shape the handles. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Please like, please comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share with your friends. Thanks again for the 500. Let's make it 1,000. And as always, take it easy.